Where do I even begin? How do I put together what could only be described as the trip of a lifetime into a YouTube series? This isn't just some ordinary cruise, not even close. That wouldn't do this trip justice. It's a 15-day epic adventure aboard the Kimberley Xplorer, navigating one of Australia's most remote and untouched coastlines. Out here, every turn reveals another hidden gem. The scenery is beyond breathtaking. It's almost unbelievable. Along the way, we push ourselves beyond our limits, scaling steep rock faces and jagged escarpments, all in search of that ultimate view at the top. And when the ocean gets rough, it's not just a physical challenge, but a mental test of our resolve. This isn't just a journey, it's an 800 nautical mile odyssey from Derby to Darwin, traversing the vast and rugged coastline that Kimberley has to offer. I'm Mikey Cunningham and this is my mate Ash Garner. We want you to tag along for the ride. We're taking you with us on this once-in-a-lifetime experience. The adventure kicks off as I meet Ash in Darwin and we gear up for our flight to Broome, Western Australia. Buckle up because this is going to be one hell of a ride. Well, day one, this is our big travel day. I've never been to Western Australia before. And would you believe this is probably only half the stuff? All the podcast gear and tripods and a few other bits and pieces have already been picked up and taken over to Western Australia by car. So this is just the stuff that's coming on the plane with me. It's a lot of stuff. Got some baggage. Oh, you didn't ask it to do it? Boarding pass? Uh-oh. Perfect. Sweet, all right. Excellent. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, mate. Nothing will be getting drunk here, mate. It's $32 for two.
Oh, gee. Oh, lucky it's your shout, eh? Cheers. To get to Derby, we depart from Darwin and fly to Broome via Kununurra. Then we're getting picked up by an old friend of mine, Azza. He's the one that's invited us on this trip on his boat, the Kimberley Xplorer. The only bad part of this flight was the shady looking character sitting behind me. And just like that, welcome to Broome. Excuse me, mate, I think you're in my seat.
Oh, again?
Can you move somewhere else for us? Our ride is only a couple of minutes away and they have a few things planned for us this afternoon. Well, mate, the thriving metropolis of Broome. What do you reckon?
Oh, living the dream, mate. Living the dream.
It's going off here, mate. It is all happening. Well, that's a relief. Hell yeah. Well, I haven't seen Azza in years, but he still remembers me quite well. Got off the plane about 6 minutes ago and we're already at the pub, so should be a good start to the trip.
Lucky we landed on time, otherwise we would have been here waiting for you. Just walk across the road, lads.
Yeah. All right, cheers, boys. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Next stop, we need to grab some essential supplies for the 15-day trip on the boat. Thirsty work this, eh?
Suspension's riding a bit low on the back.
We haven't even got in yet.
On the drive from Broome to Derby, the boys ask us if we want to stop at a crocodile park. And back home in the NT, we've already seen our fair share of crocodiles and crocodile tourist attractions. But this one was started by Australian royalty and pioneer of the Kimberley, Malcolm Douglas. And all I can say is if you're ever going to visit this place, get there before the daily feeding tour. It was way beyond our expectations. Sadly, we lost our Aussie treasure, Malcolm Douglas, about 15 years ago. But his legacy lives on here. That young fella there giving us this tour, I'm pretty sure that's his grandson. I reckon Grandad would be proud.
Well, you can't climb the fence, mate. You got to stay in there. Yeah, don't you? Come on. Good stuff.
What do you think of the trip so far, mate?
Living the dream, mate. Living the dream.
You can't say that every time I ask you a question.
That's just the truth, mate.
Yeah, it is pretty good. What are you thinking of Western Australia?
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's good fun, eh?
They do it best in the West, mate.
Do it best in the West. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Yeah, absolutely. We're actually staying in Derby for a couple of days before we set off on the big journey on the boat. We see the sights and sounds of Derby. Hundreds of thousands of baobab trees that we've passed on the trip, but certainly none bigger than this one. That is very impressive, the baobab prison tree. And we help get some jobs done and start taking supplies to the boat. SpaceX Derby, hey?
Oh yeah.
We're coming for you, Elon.
Oh yeah.
Too easy.
Launching dinghies, Derby style.
Oh man. So this is probably a good time to introduce you to some of the team. Our skipper is Azza. Azza and I have made a load of fishing videos together, mainly around Darwin and the top end. I actually haven't seen him in a few years, but as a new adventure for him and his family, they have recently purchased one-tide charters, which of course includes the Kimberley Xplorer. Azza's family is also joining us on this trip too, through the Kimberley and onto Darwin. Another person I'd better introduce you to is Swanee. His title is deckhand, but he wears many hats. He'd actually been working on this boat for several years with the previous owner, and as a result, he knows a thing or two about the Kimberley. Oh, we almost lost Swanee. And finally, the day arrives. It's departure day. Ash and I have only seen the boat from a distance, so we're really keen to get on board and check it out. Yeah, it's a big day, getting everything ready. Final little bits and pieces.
Getting loaded up, mate. Ready to go.
Yeah, a few trips today, I reckon. That's about a quarter of our stuff.
We've already done 6 loads over with the beer.
Yeah.
Just in case we want to be pirates. We've got a case of rum.
Aye, Captain. Yeah, that is literally the last load. They're going to go load up that onto the boat, then come back, and I think we're getting picked up by a bus, I think. We're going to head down.
Amongst it.
It is officially day one. The actual day one of being on the boat. That was an experience.
Wow.
All right, wish me luck, eh? It's all calm in here, but out there apparently it's a little bit wild. I've got no doubts that we'll be fine with Swanee in charge. So he's just going to head back. What, the boat ramp's just there somewhere. Go pick up the rest of the people. Off he goes. Well, here we are. Home sweet home for the next 15 days or so. The Kimberley Xplorer. It's a real thing. It's good to be here. It's very good to be here. These boys are going to get some admin done to help us get underway, but I think might sneak upstairs and have a look and might even have a cold beverage. What do you reckon?
Get amongst it, mate. Get amongst it.
The weather is really average and it's only day one. So at this point I'm freaking out a bit and thinking, what have I got myself into? Swanee says he wants to do some crabbing, and there's no way I'm getting into that little tender in this weather. So we send in Ash, who is actually a commercial mud crab fisherman back home in the NT. So he's keen to see how it's done in the West. Azza's son, Sean, goes on the crabbing expedition as well. It's only day one, and this young fella is so keen to get amongst it.
So, just got underway now. I think young Swanee's going to take us crabbing. Very different style that we have back in the Gulf side. These dilly pots, some chicken necks in there. Chuck them in along the mangroves here at high tide. see if we can't get a few crabs for a feed. Pretty excited to see how it turns out. What do you reckon, mate? We're going to try and get a few of these red crabs, eh? These famous Western Australian ones.
The brown crabs.
Yep.
Derby crabs.
Derby crabs. Best in the country, you reckon, eh?
Sweeter.
Oh, sweeter.
A little bit smaller, but they're angry. They're quick.
Oh, we'll see how we go.
You'll tell me, you're the expert.
Yep, got it. Yeah, we got a big one.
Nice one.
Nice one, mate. Look at that.
Work.
Good job, mate. Look at that. Nice couple of crab in there. Yeah, nice one.
Let go, you bastard.
Well, very different to crabbing at home, folks, I can tell you that much. Very, very different. Another two. Good job, mate. Good job.
He's a good buck.
How'd you go, Shawnee?
Good.
You got some?
Yeah.
Oh, well done. We still have another few hours before we reach our anchorage for the night. We travel through the late afternoon and sunset and arrive at night time, so we have no idea what to expect to see in the morning. That's more like it. This is what I expected from the Kimberley. Well, good morning, folks. We are on day 2 on the boat. We've just arrived last night in the Buccaneer Archipelago. Very low tide at the moment. It's a bit of all hands on deck. The boys are tidying some cables. Got some Starlink on board to keep you all up to date with what's happening. Just enjoyed a beautiful breakfast. And yeah, we should be underway soon, I think. So we've only just started day 2 of this 15-day trip. And this episode obviously isn't over yet. But if you are enjoying it so far, you can hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on future episodes on the rest of the trip through the Kimberley. And you all know I need to mention the merch in every episode. You'll see us wearing the footy shorts and fishing shirts throughout the whole series. You can get them all through my website, but we'll talk about that more right at the end of this episode. We get a little briefing on what we can expect for the day ahead and what direction we'll be going. Hell's Gate. That's where we're headed for. But what's with the name? It wouldn't be dangerous, would it? Surely. Well, let me explain. The tides here are simply insane. Some of the biggest in the world at well over 10 meters. And Hell's Gate is a small gap between some islands that a lot of other boats won't even go near. The tide moves so quickly through Hell's Gate that the water on one side of the narrow gap can be a metre or two higher than the other side. So the water pouring through there creates violent eddies and massive whirlpools. So we're approaching a little spot up here called Hell's Gate. And I'll flip it around for you. I've actually got a time lapse on the GoPro as we go through, but you can see the water is absolutely pumping through here. It looks pretty wild. So you can see that slow and steady is the key here. Looking out the back, you'd swear we were travelling at a tremendous speed, but looking out the side, I'm not even certain we're moving forwards at all. Now, I did not doubt the boys for a second. Although with all the horsepower this big girl has, it did take a solid 10 minutes to travel through Hell's Gate. The timing of this on the first morning was a small reality check. It was a simple reminder that the Kimberley isn't only vast and rugged with untouched beauty, but it can also be treacherous and unforgiving. One false move and she could swallow you up and spit you out. Well, that's enough excitement, for this morning anyway. Our next plan is to find a nice spot to cook up these mud crabs for lunch. Alright, I guess this spot'll do.
We've been brought to another beautiful spot. You're going to get sick of me saying that, I reckon, on this trip. Swanee here's hard at work. He's going to get that fire going. You excited to eat some crab, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. These mud crabs have been sorted with in the most humane way possible. I think it's time to chuck them on the fire. Try and get a bit of a lollipop out of this one. There we go, look at that. Look at that, we got him. It's my first ever Western Australian mud crab. What's this one called again, Ash?
I think they call it the olivacea.
Olivacea. So we get the Serrata over in the Northern Territory and down through Queensland and that. This one, olivacea, we think.
Beautiful.
It is pretty bloody good. You had some, Shawnee?
No.
Not yet? Oh, get into it, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shawnee. Something a bit different, mate.
Oh yeah. We flew these in from King Ash Bay.
Definitely.
Ah, very good, mate.
And just like that, it's time to go. Got everyone streaming down the beach, back to the tenders. Had to move the boat way out because this tide is crazy. See where Ash is up there, way up there. That's he just had his croc sitting there where the water was when we got here. It's dropped down that much. Absolutely crazy. Well, I feel like this trip is all about experiences, and that was a very nice experience.
We've come further into the Buccaneer Archipelago to a spot that was described by David Attenborough back in 2002 as one of the greatest wonders of the natural world.
A bit of an adventure to start the day. We leave the big boat behind. We've got both tenders going. You can see the others in that one. And we're going to go to the horizontal falls, which is over that way. We're going to meet up with the big fast boat over this way. Pretty serious setup they've got here, mate.
Unreal, isn't it?
So the company is called Horizontal Falls Seaplane Adventures. And that's because everyone else doing the tour today has flown here from Broome this morning on seaplanes to come and experience the Horries. We are a long way from the closest town, and there's certainly no road access here. So these other punters must have been scratching their heads a bit when we rocked up in 3.5 metre tinnies.
I'm behind you, mate, because you're a little pipsqueak. Not even squeezy, eh?
Not even, mate.
If you watched part 1 of the series, you'd remember I shared our trip through Hell's Gate yesterday. Horries is the same concept where the tide is so big and fast that water can't move fast enough to fit through the gap. Except this gap is considerably more narrow and violent, which creates the falls.
There we go, it's happening. We're about to go through the horizontal falls. engine room crocs, mate. So what do you think, Russ?
Pretty good, mate.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Something different.
Yeah, just like everything so far on the trip. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was certainly exceeded expectations.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, folks, this is a 15-day trip from Derby to Darwin, so every day is a travel day. After the morning excitement of the horizontal falls, we have a big afternoon of travel to get to a good fishing location this evening, ready to hit the water early tomorrow. Our skipper Azza has guaranteed us that we'll catch our first Western Australian barramundi in the morning. Bring it on.
We've got the 2 tenders ready out the back here, or one over there, one just here, and we are going to go do some fishing. We're going to split up the big buffaloes. Buffalo number 1 is in one boat and number 2 is in the other. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Might get a bit competitive.
Oh.
I rate us a fairly good chance to get a couple of barra up this little creek. Oh, no way, did you just get a hook up? Oh, that would have been pretty good timing, eh? All right, let's get into it. Oh, I got a hit, yep, on. Yep. Oh, it's a good barra. Nice one.
Oh, nice fish, Mike.
Yeah, man. Hell, they build them tough in the Kimberley. Crikey. Why am I struggling so much on this barra?
Ah, he's feisty, man. He's a good size too. Right, just take him easy.
Far out. He is giving me some trouble. Almost, I could have just lifted that, I could have jumped in the boat. I'm telling you that this is the feistiest barramundi I've ever caught.
Discussing it with the other fellas on the boat later that evening, we came to the conclusion that the big tides would have to contribute to the barra being extremely tough for their size here. It's almost like they're little athletes, building strength from always battling the faster moving water.
Welcome to the Kimberley. Hell yes.
Hold him up, Mikey. Give us a look.
Yeah, will do.
Ash is on too.
Ash is on, no way. Hold on. Oh, Ashley. Ash is reeling in a barra right now in the other boat.
Yeehaw, Ash. That esky's empty if you want to drop him in.
Hey, you going here, Mike?
Oh, just about got the second treble out. There he is.
Oh, beautiful. He'd be
Well done, mate.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey?
Low 60s for sure.
Put him to bed.
Well
Put him to
Oh, man, you're not going to stop me smiling all day, I reckon.
Got any Russ?
First fish of the
Good
trip.
spot here. One side charters, eh?
Ash has got the second fish of the trip. Oh, man. Oh, yo, beauty. That's how we do it.
bed. He'd be good eating size, that
Yeah,
one.
okay, we'll keep him, eh? We'll keep him. Thanks, man. Give us a little hold up there. Oh, yeah, certainly a fair amount smaller than mine. Oh, congrats, mate. Your first Kimberley barra. We caught it both caught in the same little drain there. I might even get a close up on my phone to show you where we're fishing. Right there, that's where we've been catching her.
Snatched it from the jaws of a croc, Fiona. Oh, nice barramundi. Lift him in. Congratulations, Fiona.
Oh, hit. crocodile. Oh no, my lure's coming past that crocodile. No, safe. But while everyone else is having a cast around, I reckon it's probably the perfect opportunity to get the drone up and have a look around. Oh, yep, on. Yep, we got a fish on.
Double hooker.
Oh,
Double hooker.
His is bigger. Oh, you spat it. Your one was bigger than mine. Bugger, this is only a little rat. Cool, cool little fish. I might just leader him, eh? Okay, we have him landed.
It's a little moggy.
I probably shouldn't have called it a rat. It's
57.
yeah.
It's only metre 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeehaw.
It's my second barra of the trip. Look how silver that is. That's wild. That is wild. Very silver.
You want me to get the release for you?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Oh, Ash is on. Okay, we're just going to release this one. And then Ash is on over there. Oh, another one, eh? That's amazing. Like, we haven't had a hit in bloody long time. And then, yeah.
How's that, eh? Barramundi fishing Kimberley style.
Thank you, mother, for the rabbits, folks.
Oh yeah, we'll let him go, eh?
Look at it just flying up. There we go.
Well, he kept hitting it every now and then.
Well done, Azar.
Thanks, bud. This is what we give you guys when you come on charter.
Unreal. Send it back. Good grass. I think we've got a crocodile just over here as well. Just come up to say good day.
Another one feeding on the back.
Another one feeding on the bank.
After a successful morning of barra fishing, we move on to our next destination. And a bit of a change of pace. Somewhere we can kick back and relax for a couple of hours this afternoon.
We're going to head up here, and apparently there's a bit of a surprise that way, apparently. That way.
This trip so far has been just magic. And we're only on day 4. But you know, there is one thing you'd expect to see in the Kimberley that we haven't seen yet. A waterfall. This time of year, after a long dry season, we were worried some of the waterfalls might not be flowing. But this one, Ruby Falls, is my favourite stop of the trip so far.
Come on, boys. Beer awaits.
It suits me perfectly. Kicking back and relaxing in the water with a few coldies.
Hey boys,
There you go, mate.
living the dream.
Living the dream.
Having a good time and a few laughs.
Oh, Swanee getting his exercise in for the day.
Couple of laps, mate.
That is until someone loses their drink bottle. But how hard could it be to find it?
Righto, Swanee. Yeti rescue.
The big swan dive.
The water wouldn't be deep, would it? Well, we send down Swanee to see if he can find it.
That was deep, man. Like, it was very deep. His feet were, like, I couldn't have touched his feet.
I'm Michael Cunningham, and join me on the morning of day 5 aboard the Kimberley Xplorer as we head further into the Kimberley and beyond.
As we head further into the Kimberley and beyond.
As usual, we're heading somewhere really special this morning. And it's day 5 of the trip, and everyone on board is well and truly settled in and has their sea legs. I've had a chance to do some washing and kick back and relax and enjoy the ocean breeze. The boat itself is the Kimberley Xplorer, which is part of One Tide Charters. Downstairs is where Mum has been slaving away, preparing meals for us every 3 hours. On the back deck is where we sit and eat meals of an evening. The tenders are always obedient and follow us along as we meander through the Kimberley. You can see Shawnee is grabbing himself some nice cold water there. And you can walk all the way around the boat too, down each side. Now if we work our way upstairs, I'll show you where we hang while the boat is travelling along, and this is also where we sleep. And yep, both tenders are still there. Moving forward, there's Azza, our captain, at the helm. He sure has turned on the weather for us this morning. And just like that, we've arrived at our destination, Montgomery Reef.
Here we are at the beautiful Montgomery Reef, the Monty. All through here, we're about to go in and start exploring. This should be a good morning. Yeah, look, words just can't possibly describe this place. There's something Swanee said not long ago was how this place is not one of the wonders of the world is absolutely astonishing.
Absolute paradise, eh, Azza?
Yeah, mate. Absolute dream.
Swanee, every time you take me to somewhere new, I say, oh, this is my favourite part of the trip. And mate, this is my favourite part of the trip.
We've got 10 more days of favourites coming up. Plenty more places to go.
Oh yeah. Pretty bloody special, eh? Pretty bloody special. Everyone's going for a swim. I'm about to join them, but just before that, I'm going to get the drone up, have a quick look around.
And we're back on the move again. And that afternoon, we learn a little bit about the Kimberley's dark history. In this case, a little place called Camden Harbour, which back in the 1860s was arguably the site of Australia's biggest property scam. In December 1864, 200 settlers sold their possessions and paid for the opportunity to set out for the West Kimberley, chasing the dream of utopia. They arrived in Camden Harbour to a nightmare. A land of scorching heat, barren soil and treacherous tides. Within weeks, hundreds of sheep had died, and settlers succumbed to heat stroke and despair. Their ships were wrecked, supplies ruined, and all hope quickly faded. Within a year, the settlement was abandoned. All that remains today are stone ruins, unmarked graves, and the echoes of shattered dreams, reclaimed by the Kimberley. Many Australians died and were buried here. It's so hard to fathom that it was the result of land fraud, a bloody property scam back in the 1860s. I came to the Kimberley for the fishing and the adventure, but to discover a hidden chapter of Australia's past was an unexpected surprise. A part of our history I never knew existed. Another breathtaking morning in the Kimberley. Once again, we're treated to rugged, untamed beauty as we chart our course through this 15-day odyssey in this remote part of Australia. Today's lunch plans, a vote was taken and the result unanimous. The crew demand fresh fish tacos. But first, we need the fish. Enter Swanee. He's our deckhand on the boat and a man of endless surprises and unexpected tricks up his sleeve. A man of many talents, and he has a plan. Now, I know precisely bugger all about spearfishing, but by watching the footage, I'm so impressed at how selective it can be, completely ignoring the fish that are either undersized or undesirable, and select a beautiful coral trout. Way up there with the great table fish and very popular at high-end restaurants.
Jack. Directly below you will be those jacks, eh? I'm going to go down just off the back corner here.
You wait till you see the footage. There's just like the whole selection down there.
Yeah, wow.
I just want to get either another nice jack or a husky.
There you go, Mikey.
Oi, blue bone. Oh, that is a stonker, mate. Absolute stonker. Mixed reef. A very nice jack there at the bottom. Stonker trout. Stonker blue bone. It's definitely not recording right now.
No, I turned it off.
Oh, thank God.
I took a couple of videos.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Pretty much the first dive goes up until I got that big husky.
Yeah.
What sort of fish is that, mate?
Coral crab.
Negative.
Blue bone.
Hey, now you got it.
And this is how you cook the fish.
Swanee has put on some fish, some of that blue bone and coral trout, I think.
How do you do it?
Salt and heat, baby.
How do you do it?
How do I do it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just do. How do you do it?
This afternoon we have the pleasure of motoring up the Prince Regent River to a couple of very special landmarks. The first place we set off to visit in the tenders is Cathedral Falls, which is a bit of a challenge because when we get to the creek opening, there is no water to get in. The One Tide boys suggest I get the drone up and check it out to inspect and see what's going on. Being so far up the river, the tide just hasn't pushed in up this far yet. So in my naive opinion, there is no way we'll be able to get to see these falls today. But I'm forgetting how massive the tides are here.
The tide comes in so quick here. This was completely dry 10 minutes ago. And we're gonna just slowly make our way up there as is gondola service.
Yep. We're in the Kimberley.
It's just like any average mangrove muddy creek, but I have had the drone up already. I know there is a waterfall down here. Travelling at probably 4 knots with the tide.
Tide's doing all the work.
We're up to difficulty level 3 now. Past the rock section. We're going through the branches now.
Seriously folks, here's the drone shots from just 20 minutes ago. There was no more than a trickle of water in this creek. And now there's enough water to get these boats in and have a closer look at the Cathedral Falls. It's time to have a swim now, but we can't swim here. Not with the snapping handbags. We need to head back to the King Cascade, where we can climb up and have a swim in the beautiful fresh water up the top.
Well, this is pretty freaking awesome.
Once in a lifetime opportunity you could see this.
Not for you, you come here all the time.
Hey!
Little rainforest, eh?
Here we go.
I'll fill your water with now we're talking. Get the salt water on. How good's that? Taken in the beautiful waterfall. We've had our shower. I think we're going for a walk now, is that right? Yep. All right. Up that way. Sounds good. Got my shoes on. First time I've worn shoes in a while. Pulling the boats in here. I think we're going up there. What's going on, lumberjack?
Oh, just living the dream, mate, living the dream.
Don't get fat, kids. Don't get fat. They tell me it'll be worth it. Looks pretty specky from up here already. There's the boat way down there in the distance. And we're going up. The big buffaloes can smell the water.
Close now, mate.
Come on, Kayla. It's her birthday today. Birthday front flips.
The Cascades consist of a series of pools, rapids and waterfalls that start inland at a natural spring and run all the way down into the Prince Regent River.
Alrighty, time to start heading back down. Bloody beautiful, cool swim here. A bit of fun. We've obviously made it back down safely. You can see sort of way up there is where we came from, up above the falls over there. I'm very much looking forward to getting back onto that boat. Got the tender here. Getting back on there and enjoying a cold beverage. Oh, the trip so far, there's been just something every day. Every time we go to somewhere new, I keep saying, this is my new favourite spot. This was definitely the hardest one to get to though. Oh, I am buggered, very unfit, but that's my fault. Yeah.
As we make our way out the Prince Regent River, we get to have another one of those chilled evenings, where we get to relax and enjoy life aboard the boat and the last of the daylight. A real Instagram moment.
Check out this content creator.
And today has been an extra special occasion too. As of today, we officially have a teenager on board.
You look like a monkey.
Oh! Yay! Yogi!
Yep, 2 border force boats, 1 pearling boat.
Border force keeping us all safe, I assume.
Kimberley Xplorer. Maintain speed and heading. Enjoy the rest of your journey. And remember to buy the merch. Visit MikeyCunningham.com.au.
Good morning. A beautiful glassy day. And got a little visitor over here.
It's the end of the season. There's a huge increase in illegal Indonesian fishermen coming into our waters. They've got a whole bunch of them this year. Even on our way down from Darwin right at the start of the season, they had caught a couple of vessels cut into the mangroves.
So the plan this morning is to go fishing for some golden snapper at a spot the one-tide fellas have had luck at before. But young Sean is so keen for fishing that he wants to do some fishing on the way to the fishing spot. He's been going so hard, but is still yet to land his first fish of the trip. And within just a few minutes, we actually have a double hookup on our hands.
Oh!
Into him, Shawnee. Yahoo!
Get up him, Shawnee.
Oh, go Shawnee.
Oh, we got a double.
Double hookup.
Woohoo!
Like a little mackerel.
Yeah, a little smaggy.
There you go. Has got the mackie. What are you on to, Shawnee?
I think I got the same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah, same little Mackie.
Nice one, Shawnee. Officially your first landed fish of the trip, mate.
Alrighty,
Well done, Shawnee.
let's go.
Double hookups. Oh yeah.
And when it rains, it pours. A few minutes later, he lands this metre-long queenfish.
Well done, mate.
As we move on to the next spot, I'm getting thirsty. Goldies before coldies is the rules, so I'm very keen to catch my first Kimberley golden snapper. It's just so awesome to be able to spread out on the big mothership and fish straight off the back and sides. I've got a camera mounted up above to keep an eye out on everyone fishing on the back. And I've found myself in the sneaky side door with a hand line.
golden snapper. Yes. Oh. There it is, if I have my account with a beautiful golden snapper. We're going to keep a few today and eat them up maybe tomorrow for lunch, something like that. But pretty convenient fishing straight off the back of the houseboat here. Beautiful scenery around us. Let's get back into it.
Oh, here we go. They've definitely upgraded since last.
Yep. Oh, that feels better.
Oh, Mikey!
Get him in, Mikey!
He's alright, probably same as last one.
Oh, that's a good one, Mikey.
It is so. Oh, nice. Similar or slight upgrade from the last one. Bloody beautiful.
No, we'll use the weight at the moment. Shit going everywhere.
That's a better one.
Yibs. Yibs. Yep. Oh, no. Yep. Okay, we got all that. Geez, a good first run. 3 from 3. 3 baits. 3 big goldies.
Don't tell anyone where my spot is, Mike.
Swanee's secret goldie spot.
Oh, that's a good goldie.
It is so. Oh, Swanee onto a decent one. Taps. 4 baits, 4 good goldies. I might pull up stumps, eh? I've earned me beers for the day. Goldies before coldies, folks. You know the rules.
Retire on top.
Look at that. Oh, size does matter though, doesn't it, mate?
Every inch counts.
We only wanted to take enough to provide a feed for lunch and dinner, and we achieved that quickly. This whole Goldie session lasted no more than 25 minutes, which gave me a chance to get the drone up and explore before we up anchor and move on to the next spot.
What's the plan here, Swanee?
Go for a bit of a hike.
Yep.
Show you some nice artwork.
Roger. Actually, what do we call them? Cave paintings or rock art, or doesn't matter?
Yeah, rock art, mate.
Yeah, rock art. So we've just seen some rock art. I'm not going to show it to you, and I'll explain more in a voiceover because I'm a bit out of breath.
Before we started this trip, I checked in with a local Indigenous group to follow their guidelines. They asked me not to show or interpret any Aboriginal rock art without a traditional owner present. So while I will be taking you along on this part of the journey, I'll be respecting their wishes and keeping the rock art off camera.
So hopefully that all makes sense. But so I'm not going to bring you into this area either. We've just had a look through here. It's a pretty special place. There's paintings everywhere. There's even apparently like a bit of a burial site. Yeah, definitely a very special place. It makes you feel sort of very insignificant in a place of this sort of scale. And to consider that people lived here thousands and thousands of years ago. Just quite incredible. Yeah. I'll just grab my water bottle and catch up to the rest of the crew. Easy to do it. You can understand why people decide to live in places like this in many years gone by, because out in the sun at the moment, out in the open, it's probably 42 to 45 degrees in the sun. Out under here with a little breeze, it's quite cool. I'm still dripping sweat though, but that's because I'm fat. Looks like we're approaching another special spot, so I might turn the camera off.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Diamonds going miles there.
Oh, big school, mate. Hey, Shawnee, do you want to vlog the trip? You're going to get oysters? Take the camera with you and you can talk about, oh, g'day guys, we're going in to get some oysters here off the rocks.
G'day guys! Crikey! There's a big one!
All right, mate, it's all yours. Cheers, mate. All right, so the rest of the crew have headed over that way to go collect some oysters from the rocks. We're gonna stay here and drink beer. And yeah, little Shawnee there has my GoPro, so hopefully they get some footage for us. So with any luck, for the next few minutes, we've probably got some really good footage of the guys getting some oysters over off the rocks.
We'll show you how to open an oyster up.
So find the gap. Peel him open. That's a Kimberley oyster, my boy.
Check out that for a Kimberley oyster.
Yeah, that's very good. And we got a storm incoming.
That's the Scoopy boy. Hey? How's that? Oh,
Nice and thick.
what a monster. Get the meat in there, bud. Okay, but we'll keep that shell, we'll cook in that.
Yep,
Nice
put it in the
bowl
bucket.
shape. Give me a look.
Some nice big oysters.
Gotcha. Easy as, eh?
Well, it's rough terrain, but we get through it.
There we go, Shawnee.
Last one of the day. Collecting up the last oysters, gonna pick the other two up and head back to the big boat. Yeah.
Would you look at this thing? A tawny nurse shark. It's got like a whole ecosystem. Look at the fish on the front. Oh, he's giving it a pat too. Wow. Look at the size of this one. There's one of them they call Ruby, but it's got like a red dot.
This one here. This
That one there? Okay. Look, you're just patting him.
Yeah. One at a time, mate. One at a time.
Oh, that's Ruby.
Yeah, that's
Ruby.
There's a dot there. Yeah, righty, I see it. I am colourblind, but I see it. I see a dot. Yeah, the amount of fish that hang around them. We saw a cobra on one before I was videoing. Beautiful morning here again in the Kimberley. Just over halfway through the trip now. There are loads of designated sites that you're allowed to go and explore and check out rock art and stuff like that. This particular spot, these guys haven't been to before, so they're actually heading up there now. Apparently it's about 100 meters up there, but I'm going to kick back here, up in some shade up there, and I'm going to get the drone up and have a look around. But you probably saw in that last drone shot that Ash was over here at this rock and pointing underneath it where he found something. And it was just a piece of rubbish, but there is a lot more to the story. There's Indonesian writing on this bit of rubbish, a little water bottle it is. And which means the chances are that was from an illegal fishing boat which has come into this region. And the reason why they've come here, it's not to catch the barramundi, it's not to catch coral trout or any of the beautiful, desirable fish like that. They come here for the trepang or the sea slugs. There's one there, another one here, I'll give you a look. They are a odd looking, that's dead, that one. Let's go for a different one. That one there. Little sea slug or trepang. Yeah, very odd body thing there. Strange looking animal. I'm not sure why that would be overly desirable, but they come here for that. So yeah. So you probably saw that Border Force boat 2 days ago. I'll bring up a shot of that for you. And yeah, so they're, I assume one of their main goals is to keep people out of this region that shouldn't be here. There's one there. There's one there. Out here, yeah, there's heaps of them just in this little tiny bay here.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Here, mate, have a hold.
Back on the Kimberley Xplorer, we're nearing the end of another day. And rumour has it that the oysters that were collected last night are on the menu.
Oh, sensational.
Gotta be hot.
Fresh off the rocks. You piled 3 or 4 into each shell, I reckon, by the look of that. Wow. Oh, a little drinky at the end.
The team here, mate, they just do a ripper job. All this, mate. Fresh oysters straight off the rocks. Clean out the shells, everything like that, mate. All this nice oyster Kilpatrick. Sensational, mate. Sensational.
We've made it to the final part of this epic journey through the Kimberley.
Oh, that is a stonker, mate.
We departed from Derby in Western Australia about 10 days ago, which leaves us around 5 days to go before we reach our destination of Darwin, Northern Territory. But we still have places to see, people to visit, a lot of miles to cover, and some fish to catch.
Slabs of chrome, baby.
When I think of the Kimberley, I think waterfalls, I think Montgomery Reef.
Absolutely astonishing.
The horizontal falls, incredible fishing, beautiful scenery. But how about some World War II history? Let's investigate as we start day 10 in a little place called Vansittart Bay.
What's the go? So we're going to a special site up here, which is a DC3 or something?
Yep.
You know a bit about the story? You can tell us on the way?
I'll tell you, mate.
Right,
Tell you all about it.
I'm excited. So yeah, not far from the boat, just out here.
What do you reckon, mate? Nice and warm?
Oh mate, living it up on the flats.
Out here on the mud flats. And we're going to have a look at a pretty special site over the back here. Back in World War II, I think it was the 26th of February 1942. US Air Force DC-3 actually crash landed here. 6 people on board. The aircraft left Perth and on the way to Darwin, it was supposed to stop in Broome and get fuel, but I think they hit some bad weather, inclement weather, and got disorientated and flew past Broome.
Jeez, ended up a long way away.
600 kilometres, mate, yeah, roughly, and ran out of fuel here, up in this bay, and they put her down on this mud flat. They did spend 3 days out here on these flats. And then a Qantas flying boat actually found them, which if you've ever spent 5 minutes up here in the Kimberley, you know how rugged and vast it is. Very much looking forward to go and have a look at this, mate. They fly them up in Alaska, I reckon.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Buffalo Airways. Although they're not exactly the same. I think they're called a Dakota or something, but they're very similar.
It's hard to comprehend that this big girl has laid here since 1942, over 80 years. Imagine the story she could tell through dry seasons, wet seasons, tropical cyclones, and probably thousands of tourists. I'm in desperate need to catch up on some work.
Have fun.
So while the others go fishing, I plan on staying on the mothership to sort through some of the many hours of footage I've taken over the past 10 days.
So everyone else is heading out. Got the aircon on in here, nice and cool. What do we got here? I've been editing my next video.
I've given young Sean a GoPro to get some shots of the fish they catch.
So we're just about to go fishing, see if we catch anything, get some nice barramundi or something else.
We're gonna land him. First cod of the trip, hey? And Mikey and Ash consider themselves the cod father and the cod master, eh?
They do catch some solid barramundi in a minute, but I thought I'd start with the one that got away. Mum had a 10-minute fight on her hands for this one. A massive trevally. All she wanted was a photo, but it wasn't meant to be.
That's fishing, folks.
It's our skipper's turn now. Azza is on to a very nice barramundi.
Show us. Slabs of chrome, baby.
Same one, eh?
He hit it right at the surface. Shawnee saw the whole thing, he come up and just... I almost lost him. Lovely fish, Ange.
Not a bad little barramundi fishing session. The following morning, we're going exploring again. While some of the crew go search for Aboriginal rock art, the rest of us kick back and take in the amazing scenery from the top of the hill. Way back when Azza first contacted me about coming on this trip, I said to him, I know a fella that will be travelling past along the way. a fellow YouTuber and an absolute wizard of a fisherman, Snaggabarra. Based out of Wyndham, he's lived in the Kimberley most of his life. He's come out on his own boat to meet up with us.
Hey, I know you from YouTube.
And in the morning, he's invited Ash and I fishing.
We have found ourselves a stowaway through the night. Local legend here in WA, in Wyndham. We got Snaggabarra.
I had to come and chase them down. check their NT visas, make sure they're allowed in WA.
No, he came out yesterday afternoon and showed us up this little creek here. We've already had him on the podcast. We recorded yesterday, so you can stay tuned to that, the Guys in the Golf podcast. But Ash and I are going to jump in with Snaggabarra in his boat, and we're going to go searching for Barramundi. Permission to come aboard, sir?
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent.
Let's do this.
Oh, a bit of extra weight in the boat today, mate.
All good.
Couple of big buffaloes.
Gonna get a munch today?
Absolutely.
So before we got here yesterday, Snagger came out and had a look around. He did a little bit of fishing, but he actually located a lot of big fish on the sounder somewhere just in this little area here, and he did not cast at them, allegedly.
I didn't.
He literally did not cast at them to try and save them for us, so we're definitely getting the VIP treatment today.
Do you know how hard that was to control myself?
And there is two very different stories to tell from fishing today on board with Snaggabarra. First, let me show you the highlight reel from my day.
Oh, no snag, damn it. I'm on the snag. Yes. Yep, fish are. Oh, no, it's not. Far out. Oh, yep. Oh, no. Little. Oh, my goodness.
What is it? The catfish king.
No, it's a. I have no idea what. Okay, fish of the day.
Something bigger than that.
Now, let's see how Ash's day went.
Oh, Ashley.
I could have a beer now if you land this. I wasn't going to have a beer until you actually catch a bar. Come on,
You got him.
Reckon, mate?
Well done, Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
Does it feel all right, Bryce?
Yeah, feels good, mate. Feels good.
Oh, yeah, nice fish.
Beautiful.
Geez, that's a solid barra, isn't it? Snaggabarra Adventures. He pointed at the fish on the sounder and said, cast over there, mate. And bang, straight up. Look at that. Look at the shoulders on it, mate. That's a beautiful barra.
It is, isn't it? Nice solid barra.
Oh, man, it's a donkey.
He absolutely slobbered that too, eh?
Nice, yes.
Yeah, good work, Snaggabarra.
Upgrade.
You little ripper.
How's that? Straight in. Second good barra on the Wanderlust, mate. Absolutely love that rod. Yeah.
Oh, this is a serious fish.
Oh, yeah, that's a better one. Oh, yeah.
We should be in the clear here now.
Yeah, oh, it's a Jewy.
Oh, it's a Jewy.
Big Jewy.
Bloody hell.
It's a big Jewy.
What?
Here we go.
Good fish, man. Holy shit.
Yes. Good stuff.
Well done, big fella.
Cheers, bro. Thank you. We go with that, eh? On the cast in the creek, casting at snags. 94 Jewy.
All right, mate. We're ready.
Too easy. Woo.
You guys don't need to see Ash catching on the fish, do you?
This is ridiculous.
He's big, Julie.
Is it?
Hold on, Ashley.
I can't thank Snaggabarra enough for looking after us for the day. He came out a long way from home to meet up with us.
See you later, mate.
Nice one.
Woo! You little ripper.
He cooked up a mad feed for lunch.
Burnt sausages.
Oh, burnt sausages on the menu. Perfect.
And he gave us a day we won't forget.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're lucky we brought Ash with us because I didn't land too many fish. I think I only landed 2 fish.
Oh, we gave it our bloody hardest, mate.
It was a good day. Thanks for taking us out, mate.
Much appreciated.
So,
and yeah, it's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah, I'm glad we're able to sort of line this up just as we sort of came through.
So definitely welcome back anytime, and hopefully we can get this bloody meter barra for you, mate.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list.
The following morning, we woke up in Wyndham. And Snagger invited us to come for a drive to check out the sights and sounds of his town. The highlight being the 5 Rivers Lookout.
Well, Snagger's taken us for maybe a 10-minute drive to a little spot up the top of a mountain here, and crikey, have a look at this.
Back at the Kimberley Xplorer, it was time for some last-minute preparations to be done for the big steam back to Darwin.
Slowly packing up, getting ready for our last leg pretty much. Gonna lift one boat up there, up to here, and then lift that other boat up onto the rack. Well, job done, only took 5 minutes. One boat back on the rig, one boat in there, Mikey's new bed.
Once we departed Wyndham, we travelled non-stop, 30 hours straight, back home to Darwin, marking the end of this 15-day journey. Well over 1,000 kilometres travelled. It feels like a lifetime ago we arrived in Broome to start this trip. The things I've seen and done over the past couple of weeks I'll remember forever, a true trip of a lifetime. And making all this possible was Azza and his family, owners of One Tide Charters. Thank you so much for having me on the trip and for putting up with me. For anyone watching that hasn't seen the Kimberley by water, this needs to be on your bucket list. One Tide Charters is on all the socials, so go and give them a follow and get in contact with them when you're ready to go on the trip of a lifetime. If you like wearing fishing shirts and footy shorts, I've got a good selection of merch on my website. My wife Jazz does all the hard work, she receives your orders and posts them all over Australia.